What's up, YouTube? DJ Kryptonite here. Normally I'm talking boxing, but it was a disturbing story that I just read regarding the NFL. Um, that kind of takes us back probably 75, 100, 200 years regarding um, if a team swapping or uh, getting GMs and coaches, minority coaches and minority GMs, and the team that's let me explain it. Essentially, this is kind of disturbing. Um, okay, the NFL owners have proposed that if Team B has a general manager or a head coach, and Team A hires them on their roster, Team B will get rewarded third round pick or picks because they've essentially provided a minority coach or GM to another team. That's just that's to help, I guess, promote hiring of minorities in coaching and general management. So removing a GM or transferring or losing a GM or coach to another team is promoting hiring of minorities in the NFL. And then the team who provided this particular coach or GM gets rewarded with a third round pick. That sounds a bit. It's almost like trading, like rewarding a team that loses minority representation with picks. So you're rewarding a team who loses minorities in their organization with a pick. I I don't see the logic behind that. There is no logic. In fact, I'm gonna reward you for taking these minorities off my hand. I'm gonna reward you for taking these Negroes out of my organization, and you can have them, but you got to give me some sort of monetary or some sort of reward for giving you these particular individuals. I'm not exactly sure if that's if at any on any stage does that make any sense. It's almost like a satire or a Saturday Night Live skit. I don't know. It's almost like some sort of slave trade of minorities, and the person who provides the slaves get rewarded for providing the new ownership. Uh, for one, they're getting paid already because they're already paid on a roster, and then to move them to another team, they're getting a salary again. But in order to make the or facilitate the deal, because these are minority GMs and coaches, I got to reward the team that's losing them further by giving them picks. What fucking Twilight Zone rationale, Saturday Night Live skit, Dave Chappelle satire bullshit is this? So you have to go to these links to promote movement of minority coaches and GMs in the NFL. We've gone to this now. So we're not rewarding people on because they're qualified for the position. So you do some asinine, I don't know, backwards 1950s bullshit. This is ridiculous. I don't even understand it, because I don't know how you come up with something like this in good faith or even in good conscience and think in 2020 that this is okay. The NFL has continued to disrespect or devalue minorities in ownership for decades, and it continues to this point. When you only have a handful of coaches or representation or head coaches in the NFL, uh, um, with regard to the ratio of minorities who play the game, it's just asinine. It's absurd. This is the reason why I don't even I used to watch football like religiously. I can't watch football. I watch it, every now and again because I just think the corruption and the asinine decisions and the disrespect to minorities and people of color in that league is just it just goes on and on and on and never changes. And until minorities and people of color decide that, hey, they're not going to stand this anymore and do something drastic to make changes in that league. And I'm not saying that these people are are being, because they're millionaires. Most of them are millionaires. So I'm not saying, oh, they're getting treated. This is millionaire problems. But for me, I don't have to sit there and entertain this chaos. If they want to sell their souls and become millionaires and be involved in that corruption and disrespect and movement and that sort of thing, that's on them. You sell your soul to the devil to 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 be a millionaire. Fine. But the unfair treatment is what I'm really looking at. And until that's changed, the disparity, I can't entertain it. It's just it's blatant disrespect, and what it is it's almost a reflection of how our society operates. It's just a microcosm of how our society operates. How the NFL deals with certain things. It's amazing. Anyway, that's all I got. Like, subscribe, hate, love. I don't care. I just had to get that off my chest. It's just I just had to say something about it. Anyway, the NFL should be ashamed of themselves. So anyway, DJ Kryptonite out. Deuces.